you'd be forgiven for thinking we'd gone back to the 80s. We used to see these cars around all the time. Capri 2-litre laser. Mark 1 Ford Capri, I believe. 1.6. Ford Cortina L. So it's May Day Bank Holiday weekend, and we're off to the NECPWA show at Kirkharle Hall, or Kirkharle Courtyard. Can't remember which one it is now. We're driving the Mark 2, the red Mark 2 Cavalier GLS 1.6. Lovely car. For me, it just reminds me of driving the Nova back in the day. But I think all of them felt like that. Astras, Novas, Cavaliers all felt the same. So in front we've got the Mk1 Cavalier, the yellow, 1.9 GL. Oldest and known surviving example. Now that was investigated by the Heritage team and Simon Hucknall down at the Vauxhall Heritage Centre when it was still there. So if anyone wants to argue otherwise, we've got all the evidence. There you go, there it is. Travelling along, joining us today. So it's pretty special, quite low mileage. Yeah, so that was never actually restored, it's just been recommissioned. It was garaged for a very long time. Sometime in the 90s it was garaged and just left it. But it was garaged well, original number plates on it. I always like it when we go to a car show that isn't local. And why is that? Well, because it means we get to drive the car. They should be driven, not just stared at. One thing that always amuses me when driving any of these cars, any of these Cavaliers, but it happens especially in this one, is the cars that come along and then they hover next to you for ages, and then as they go past they stare, and at the same time they then see the Mark 1 in front of you. And how it doesn't cause accidents I don't know, because we're not driving slow, we're driving at the speed limit. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's how people suddenly see, say, a Mark 2 Cavalier and go, oh, my dad had one of them, or I had one of them when I was a rep back in the 80s, or you know what I mean. And it's so funny because you can just see everyone hovering around you. It must be about 6 foot long. Oh my god.
If anyone's watching this, there's a white thing on the car behind us.
It looks like signage, doesn't it? It's flapped up off the road and then just stuck itself on the front of the car behind. Here we go. It's coming alongside. That was the car, the red one. I'm gonna keep that in. I'm gonna keep that in. Oh, not again. Right, so the last time we were there, are you ready, Ian? The last time we were there, this place is in the middle of nowhere. It's in Northumberland. It's there was, I'm trying to think now, there was a good amount of cars there, but I think there was a couple of clubs there, because I think there was some Ford guys there, and I think there was a whole mini club. I can't remember where they were from now, but I remember there was absolutely loads and loads of minis. I think if the minis hadn't been there, it would have looked a lot less. The thing with the NECPWA is you get a lot of real vintage cars. I mean, proper old cars, not just what you call modern classics and things like that. I'm talking right back, and I do enjoy it. Now, like I say, it was a good turnout, but that was a couple of years ago now, at least a couple of years ago. So I'm interested to see 2 years on what the turnout's going to be like today. The weather doesn't look amazing. I think it's going to be cloudy. Hopefully it won't rain, but it's not cold. It's quite warm, which is unusual for the northeast anyway. But yeah, I'm interested to see what it's like. driving along and I can see the faintest spots of water on the windscreen. And I'm hoping this is just some passing bit of minor rain, because I'm not entirely sure I can be bothered to sit in the rain today. We've done it before lots of times, just sat there, don't mind it. Usually I've got an umbrella, but I haven't brought the umbrella today. I have brought the wet weather jacket though. Let's hope that this isn't a sign of things to come. Brilliant. Alright, so I didn't do much talking during the car show, but it did rain for about an hour, but I sat under a brolly. I didn't get in the car like most people. Not like you, Ian. You got in the car, didn't you?
Anyone would.
They sat under a brolly and all that. We had a good look around once it stopped, but it's about 3:30 now and it's started to rain again, so we're gonna head off. Everyone seems to be heading off now. Normally we'd stick around till 4 o'clock, but as you can see, everyone's heading off now, so there we go.